Cause you came up in the 50s.
Yeah.
And now I see, like, what was the atmosphere and what was it like during that period? And now why?
The atmosphere now during that period was hustle. Right? I started hustling. Harlem.
Oh.
That's where I was born and raised. And I say hustle. And to give you the vibe of what I mean by hustle, that would you believe at 4 years old, I hustled in the Harlem streets?
4 years old?
4 years old. And you would be surprised who was the top man. Bumpy Johnson. I didn't know it at that time.
Okay.
Numbers was king. All the big people that had the big cars and the money was number men. And other men, but I didn't know about the other men. Like my pops, I didn't know about that.
Right.
I thought he was a gambler and a store owner. But anyway, the way this came about is that it was a guy that was a number runner called Speedy Mouse. And Speedy Mouse was known to the police. He was a number runner, meaning he collected numbers and the money and wrote the numbers and stuff like that and turned them in. But the police knew him. He was hot. And he wasn't getting no time, no big time for running numbers or getting caught for running numbers. But they got tired of the police stopping the flow of the money and the numbers. So they came up with a way to get over that. And I'm 4 years old. I'm in the street. My pops is hooked up with the high-powered money people. And a guy named Tommy Harfield. He was a number banker, lived right across the street from us, and he was Bumpy Johnson's valuable enforcer, if not one of his chief enforcers. Tommy was about that business. They was killers and money makers. But anyway, I didn't know it at the time. Tommy had asked my father, my pops, if he could use me to follow Speedy Mouse carrying envelopes for him. And Pops, you know, is a hustler. Number running was illegal, harmless illegal activity. You know, and Pops already in the street, so it wasn't nothing as long as his son is going to be safe and okay. So he said I could follow Speedy Mouse, and that's all I had to do.
Follow Speedy Mouse.
Follow Speedy Mouse.
4 years old.
4 years old. I'm telling you, I was wearing short pants. I remember Tommy Harfield put in his building, right in the vestibule, put an envelope in the waistband of my short pants. You hear me? And I'm following Speedy Mouse for 2 blocks, from 146th Street, my block, at 8th Avenue, past 147th Street, to 148th Street, and turning right, and going about 3 buildings down, and follow him into a building, and Little Richard was there to take the envelope out my waistband. And that was Tommy Harfield's cousin. But Little Richard was a central banker, policy banker for Bumpy Johnson. All of them worked for Bumpy Johnson. And Bumpy Johnson headquarters at that time, or either before, was in 148th Street, where Little Richard was. So that was a big bank. So I'm with the big boys.
Right.
But I don't know none of this. But I still got to follow Speedy Mouse after Richard took the joint. And Speedy Mouse standing outside the stoop. And follow him down to a shoe shine stand across the street on 8th Avenue and between 148th and 147th. And I go up there in the shoe shine stand. I sit up on the stand. I couldn't even get up there. You know, they helped me up to the shoe shine stand, sit me in the joint, and wait a while and give me a quarter. And I don't know what they went through. They might have got, they got the money right and everything, let them go. And I go about my business. Now I know the way back, but Speedy Mouse take me back down to 46. I got 25 cents. I got 3 candy stores to go shopping in. So I'm all right.
25 cents.
25 cents.
He said that was all right for that.
Man, you know, candy at that time, 2 pieces for a penny.
2 pieces. Oh wow.
So for a nickel, I can get 10 pieces of candy. Cookies, $2. 2 for a penny. So for any nickel, I can get 10 pieces of candy. You know how much sodas cost? 5 or either 6 cents. And you can cash the bottle in for 2 cents. So the soda really costs 4 or either 5 cents. Because you can take that bottle and after you finish it, take it back and get a penny. So I can get 2 for a cookie. You know, so
money was money.
Money was money. You know, and I can get some ice cream cone. I got a quarter.
Wow.
I can get cookies and candy. I can get the soda. I can get ice cream cone for 5 cents.
So you up with 25 cents?
I'm big with 25 cents. With Pops and them, I was only getting a nickel a day for, you know, whatever candy I was gonna get. And when I started school in September later, Mom was giving me a dime a day. Okay, I could get candy, cookies, and milk in school and shit like that. But anyway, I worked at hustling, carrying number envelopes.
Wow.
Until I went to school. That had to be about, I would say, late spring. No, the beginning of spring, maybe in April, or May, to maybe the beginning of September. Then I went to kindergarten, so I couldn't do it no more.
Right.
But I passed it on to my brother, Dougie. He was next after me.
Younger brother.
Younger. Yeah, he was 11 months younger than me. Pops was knocking him out. 11 months younger than me. Yeah, we was 4 years old the same year.
Wow.
Yeah, we was 1 year old the same year. We was 2 years old the same year. We was 3 years old the same year, and so forth and so forth. So I gave it to him, but on the condition that he had to give me a quarter a week.
Wow.
Yeah, so I'm hustling.
So you was getting a quarter a week, right?
Yeah, only while I was working. I worked 6 days a week.
Right, but he had to give you a quarter.
Yeah, because now he making a quarter a day.
You're making a quarter a day. So
Yeah.
a quarter a month. Okay.
Yeah, and I got a bonus on. Tommy gave me a bonus on Saturdays, 50 cents.
Okay.
Yeah, 50 cents was a big day.
Wow.
Yeah, I got a bonus.
You was in the money.
Yeah, because now I got movies. I go to movies on Saturday and Sunday. And movies wasn't nothing but 10 or 15 cents. You know, our movie was right there at Roosevelt, 145th Street. So now I got 50 cents on the weekend. I can spend a quarter for the one movie one day and a quarter the next day.
Wow.
Yeah, but I was doing good because it was a girl named Coochie that used to take me to the movies on the house. Every Sunday. Every Sunday.
A girl named Coochie?
Yeah, for real. Coochie.
Oh man, yo, Love B, man. Hustling at 4 years old.
Yeah.
If Mecca did this.